WNBA is underway, and I have to say, like, yo, these girls are about to fumble the bag. There's always controversy in sports, but like, this is just pure delusion at this point that we're seeing in the WNBA. I'm gonna break down everything I'm talking about. Really started before this, but this kind of amplified it. LeBron James weighs in on the outside noise surrounding Caitlin Clark to start her professional basketball career. Don't get it twisted. Caitlin Clark's the reason why a lot of great things are gonna happen in WNBA. Rooting for Caitlin. Nothing LeBron said in that statement was incorrect. Everything he said was facts. People are saying like this lady's associated with Angel Reese. LeBron had the opportunity there and went another way. Damn. That's in response to what LeBron said. Then this person came out. He said, has LeBron ever stuck his neck out for his little sis, A'ja Wilson, publicly like he did for Caitlin Clark? Genuine question. You know the thing that is wild about this whole thing too? When there's evidence, they get even more angry. I'm going to show you guys this. Somebody said, if you research as much as you pondered, you be dangerous, right?
Congratulations to my sister, A'ja Wilson, on winning the WNBA Best Player ESPY. And y'all make sure y'all get out there and support those beautiful women and what they do.
Shouting out A'ja is not the same as what he just did for Caitlin Clark, but Braun's sexual, so you're going to take anything he says or does as gospel. So, you know what someone did? They said, all right, I'll give you more evidence. He said, Braun always speaking up for A'ja and all WNBA ladies. This was 2 posts Braun did just last week about Asia's Nike signature shoe and clothing line. Another shouting out her shoe choice for her first NBA game this season. By the way, Braun knew she was getting a shoe and clothing line as it is in the Nike building. These are the 2 posts in question. Congratulations, sis. Welcome to the SIG crew. Well overdue, right? Showing love, and then he's showing love to the shoe. And then you got another post that comes out. Caitlin Clark popularity is about white privilege and pretty privilege, the host of You. The dummy who said that comment. Hate people who try to like insert racial conversations where it's not there. I'm gonna be completely honest, right? What looks good to someone else may not look good to somebody else, whatever. So I'm not calling Caitlin Clark ugly or any woman ugly. I'm just being real. Nobody's watching Caitlin Clark like, yo, damn, yo, she's bad. Like, yo, I just want to watch her play more. This has nothing to do with pretty privilege by any means. People are watching Caitlin Clark because she's nice as basketball. She's good. People want to see her play. There's been way better females who's entered the WNBA. When I say better, I mean good-looking females. A lot of beautiful females who've entered the WNBA. Why weren't the ratings through the roof? Why didn't they have pretty privilege? What are you talking about? She's just good at basketball. Like, people want to watch talented people. You said white privilege and pretty privilege. Like, what are you talking about? This is what we're talking about like the hatred towards, unnecessary hatred towards Caitlin Clark. She was like, seeing so many black men defending this white woman like she's a child is so symbolic. Black women only have each other. What are you talking about? This is just basketball. We're talking about putting a ball in a basket. It has nothing to do with no racial stuff. Don't get me wrong. A lot of like racist or whatever, but that stuff, that's a conversation for a different day. The stuff with Caitlin Clark is primarily she's good at basketball. I support Angel Reese, what she got going on. I fuck she got going on. A lot of people dislike her. I don't know why, but a lot of people dislike her because she talks shit. Now me, like culture I came up in, people talk shit. Like that's just what it is. Like that's NC, like if you're an NC Hooper, Baltimore Hooper, whatever you come from, black people in general, people talk shit. So when you see a girl like her, people tend to dislike her off the strength of that. I fuck with it. Like I like when people talk shit. I think the tweet, I don't think she should have put it out, but I don't think it's bad either because it's just gonna build up more anticipation for when the fever and when they play. So I think it's dope. You know, people gonna take whatever way they want to take it. Unlike Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, because they're the reason that the WNBA is even getting attention this year, they could do shit like that. The other people involved, you cannot do shit like that. This girl, right, she came out, this was today actually. Her name's Natasha Cloud. She said, tired of hearing men talk about our lead, knowing nothing about our history. Invest or shut the fuck up, respectfully. The only reason people are even investing in the league is because of this draft class that came into the WNBA. If this draft class decided to go to the big 3, nobody would watch the NBA this season. That's just fact. You need people to talk about the league. Rather it's criticism or good shit. You need both. It helps you build either way. You guys have a very special class coming into your league. The reason you guys are even flying charter flights is because of the girls, primarily Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. That's the reason you guys are even flying the charter flights, right? They're giving you opportunity to make even more money down the road, and you're coming out and putting out nonsense. You're tweeting nonsense. It's funny seeing like some of these people come out and take credit like they're the reason they have chartered flights or they're the reason that people are tuning into the WNBA this year. Sophie Cunningham spoke with the media during practice, explained how the team didn't charter to LV but will post game. She explained how certain teams got bigger planes than other teams. We're grateful to charters, but there's still work to be done. Let me play the whole clip for you guys to see.
Flew a normal flight on the way up here. Which is
and then look at her teammate's face. Look at this.
Not good. I think on the way home we finally get our charter. With that, we always we're grateful. Do not get me wrong. We are so grateful that
And keep in mind, the only reason they're even getting these charter flights is because of Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and this draft class. That's the only reason. Primarily, like I said, Caitlin Clark.
start chartering. But with that, there's a lot of things that need to be adjusted. Our bags and some of our people can't fly with us because our charter is too small, while other teams get big planes. We want to talk about a competitive advantage. Well, that's one right there, that our team has to be split up and our bags don't even get to travel with us. And so
Like, what are you
the
talking
social
about?
media makes everything sound so great. And so butterflies and rainbows now that we got the charters, but half the teams don't even have a proper charter to fly with your whole team. So we are grateful, but there's still work to be done. And I do think that we do get a charter home tonight, which is good. But again, not everyone gets to come with us, so still needs room for improvement.
Like, yo, this is crazy, bro. I found this tweet funny. If other teams really want bigger charters, have Caitlin ask for them. The way they're worded shit is like, oh nah, we're lit if this draft class didn't come. Like, people still tune in. That's what the WNBA was doing before the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese effect and everyone else. Per tick pick, they have sold twice the amount of tickets for tonight's home opener between the Connecticut Sun versus Indiana Fever than they sold for the Suns' home game all last season. The get-in price is $103. The Suns' next home game's get-in price is $17. You're trying to go on an interview and complain about chartered flights. The home games are $17 to go to. But if an Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark is playing and it's $100 and you're trying to go to the media and complain about chartered flights. You guys literally can't generate income unless this draft class is playing. Over here hating on the girls. Many WNBA players don't get it. If something happens to Caitlin Clark intentionally done by these vets or current players, you can forget about those continued charter flights. Caitlin Clark is the reason behind all these new fans watching the WNBA now. The league was failing for 20 years before Clark arrived 5 weeks ago. This is facts. These are Caitlin Clark's numbers. These are Angel Reese's numbers. She's averaging 12 and 8. Caitlin Clark's averaging 17.8, 4.6 rebounds, 5 assists. Now, those are really good for a rookie. I think people expected her to average like 25, but I mean, girls are talented. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying nobody will watch if it wasn't for, these girls on the screen, right? So, but the biggest thing is the turnovers. And a lot of the turnovers she's getting is simply because, like, I'll be honest, her team is trash, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Making good plays, but her teammates just aren't catching the ball, right? So look. That was a great pass, turn it over. Like, look, they're holding her arm. They're doing this. She's not getting no superstar calls. You guys know in the NBA, the superstars get something called superstar calls. And that helps, like, with their numbers and stuff. It's well-known information. She's not getting any of that stuff. Contact with the body, obstructing her left arm as she tried to complete the between the legs dribble. Thomas doesn't even actually touch the ball at all on the turnover. And she got a turnover for this. They're just examples of how she's turned over the ball. Yeah, they just on her ass. Like, look, they're trying to, like, get this girl up out of here. She getting knocked out. She going to the basket and they knocking her head off. There were some comments Caitlin Clark made. She spoke about like Aaliyah Boston and
a year ago. What is some of the advice that she's been able to give you to be able to help you adjust and be able to focus, on your craft?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Aaliyah, like coming in here, I think her leadership has been amazing. Like, she's been one of the biggest voices in our locker room. She's been somebody that's been there to pick me up. I've been there to pick her up. And we're navigating this together. Like, it's hard. Opposed to a point guard trying to create that connection, that chemistry within 20 days and 5 games, and everybody's expecting so much. So I think it's just a learning process, and that will only continue to get better. I think the pace that we want to play on is a little bit different than what they played at last year. So continuing to get comfortable with that, but I think overall it is just like overall leadership, and her voice in our locker room has been tremendous.
what her head coach said.
For me, the criticism, it's just a lot of just the hate and the vile language, directed to these players. It's not like these guys are showing up every day doing their job, trying to learn each other, trying to get better, and for them to have to deal with that after coming every day and giving their all in their job, it's just not fair. Like, it's not fair. And what are we saying to them if they're going to be so criticized for getting up every day and coming to play basketball and trying?
Bro, that's literally what people go through in the NBA. Like, it's the same thing. Some of the stuff fans say and do is fucked up, but at the same time, like, these people are watching. I'll take it as a good sign. Like, okay, that means people are watching what's being out there. Like, would you guys rather nobody watches the game and there's no tweets being put out, like, breaking down the game? If that's how you want it, you're not going to get paid because no one's going to watch the games.
I think Caitlin uses the word grace a lot. Like, give us some grace. Like, give these guys some grace. Like, they deserve that. They don't deserve the, what's being said. And we keep talking about turn out the noise. Like, close off the noise. Don't pay any attention to it. It's hard to do, though. That's the world we live in today.
It's part of the sport, though. Like I said, that's how y'all get paid more. Like, people go talk shit. That's what it is. Actually, a good sign. Like, as fucked up as that sounds, that's a very good sign. That means people are watching. That's what you guys want. More eyes on your sport so you make more money. If you want to get paid more and be flying chartered flights and all the benefits that come with it, then you have to be able to deal with that. Like, that's part of it. You know, but beyond the video, these guys are fucking up like some shit that could be really good for them, you know, with like the animosity they have towards Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, whoever. Like, I just think they're fucking up something that's going really well for them. And I hope, you know, after this season, because I think Paige Beckers and Juju are going to be great WNBA players. I hope they clean all this nonsense up before, you know, they even come into the WNBA, because they have an opportunity to do some great stuff. You know, they have a lot of young talent coming into the WNBA. So, and people are going to invest money in that, you know. So I hope they clean it up before it gets too out of control and nobody wants to watch anymore. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. And as always, it's your boy.